Here's ED family, it's your princess. Welcome to my live stream. We are already, I couldn't stream earlier. I think kind of the statue is already over here. So, yeah, but we will just look a little bit how it is going. So we had the second statue against RFF and they showed up, you see here points wise. We had some good fights going on. So this is what it looks right now. We could own the square and kind of lock them back. Let's hope they come out a little bit again, a little bit fighting over here so we can show something. And then we also, I want to look a little bit later on the other KVKs because I saw there's a pass fight ongoing, FSK and the Lions. So this is what we will watch after. So this is what here our statue looks like. But RFF came in and they really had some good numbers over here. They are numbers-wise really a good alliance over here. Hi Silas, how are you? How is IA doing? So let's look a little bit at our other statues. Let's look. I mean, Echo probably is here for the occupation points. Yeah, that is the statue of Echo over here. And then we have the other statue. Let's see, did they fight here, BTX and RAC? Kind of looks like that. BTX took the statue over here, and when I see that correct, RAC, it's probably very late time for them. Probably already nighttime going into the Asia time. So let's see. RFF has good numbers, I have really to say. Hello, hello, hey Venue! Statue is not worth fighting if you limit it to 6k. WT focusing, I mean, I agree. I mean, at one point, I think a big advantage of RFF is their numbers in a statue. So they can get for more accounts the 6k kill points. So, and they showed up in really good numbers here. I'm sorry that I could only stream so late, but I had to do some work besides, so that had my priority. But we're looking soon. If you guys know if there is some good fights going on, please feel free to tell me. Okay, let me switch here. I'm still here in the Kingdom chat, so I just go over here. But I feel RFF, the kind of numbers they got and everything. Already got my first 100k report. Good job. I was still working besides, so I was not fully paying attention. I think I wrote in my tank one time, my lily one time, my bird one time, and that was it. So let's finish this statue here and then look a little bit at other KVKs. For a 6k statue. Hi Shai, how are you doing? GG BTX over there. Same situation like us, just waiting till the statue is over. I mean, honestly, that small statue, it is really... I feel like I really liked the old statue when we had that island and every 6 servers could come to the island and fight each other. That was kind of cool. That is a statue I really enjoyed. But I feel the small statue is super boring. And even a little bit bigger one, I mean, everyone wants kind of the tokens for the rewards, the 100k points, but that you get super easy on the big statue. So it's just a little bit here for merit store. Statue is boring. I agree. So this is what we're looking like. But the rewards are good. I mean, that is why everyone is doing, and we had that a little bit earlier. I mean, let me start here real quick, a policy. So when we look here a little bit real quick at the points for statue, I kind of try always to finish it fast that I don't have to care about it anymore, but I feel like the reserved legions and the hero tokens we get, they are nice. So and also the speed. So for sure, everyone want to kind of finish it, and that is why I mostly send to it. But I feel like with the big statue, I think you get 24k kill points each, so it's super easy. 3 big statues and you got it. 6k per statue is like 16 statues for 100k. I mean, you get a little bit of occupation points as well, right? So let me check. Yeah, look at this. So what is it at the end? Maybe if you kill a lot of dwarves and get all max cap enemy points, 10k or something like this at the end, something like this. I'm just doing it because then I get some merits and I have not to do battle episodes so often for the merits. So excited for tomorrow. Yeah, Shai, let's see. I mean, Zone 3 opens tomorrow and it's holiday day in Germany. That's kind of cool. But we have to see, I mean, if RFF comes to fight, how everything is going on that map. It will be super exciting how that will be. Or if we just... It will be... I will definitely be online. So, does anyone know some other kind of... some other KVKs where it's fighting ongoing? I want to check if... I think... I just watched Guns earlier and they TFS did a great job against BDO. That was kind of cool and Guns was so funny. He wasn't asleep and this stream with Guns was so funny. He was in such a good mood. Let me see if... Are they still fighting the pass here? Oh, it looks like they are not fighting. Because earlier I saw FSK was rallying that pass for hours against Lions. So that was... Kyle was setting the rallies and yeah, rallies got refilled. It is kind of... So, but Shai, when I have you here, so... You probably know there are still some fights ongoing on that KVKs. It looks like Lion took the pass 6 over here. I don't know if Lion was the lucky one when they both rallied from both sides. But I saw really FSK was setting rallies there and was going wild. FSK rally is kind of pathetic. He used 850k, but not on pad. What do you mean with that? Does anyone have a report from here from the past fights? The question is Lion going to push over here or are they just holding? It looks for now FSK is not rallying the pass anymore, so and Lion is kind of coming over here. But it looks like not that is a full push they coming over here. I mean, that KVK had a lot of drama potential after all the banning and stuff like that going on. And I don't know if you guys checked your system mail. We got an official mail now in game about the banning and about how the developers are handling when they got when they see that there's cheating in the game and something like this. Only reason Kyle is rallying is because he's afraid of death. What do you... I mean, he rallied here over hours that pass. You mean he isn't afraid of death, right? He lets his allies take the death with refilling. I mean, I watched it a little bit earlier and I saw here the people, I mean, can the allies even here reinforce? FSK is only touching the path, right? So it can only FSK fill the rally. Or are they warband with? Are this the allies of Kyle and FSK? Line is coming over right now. Pushing over here. Kyle is 450 million and has it a bit more than 1 million deaths. Yeah. Is he? Let me check this. I know Kyle as a super dedicated player. And he's 1.5 million deaths, true. But I saw him. He was setting the rallies, and I think it was multiple hours that he was rallying that pass here. I mean, here's pass 6 opening, so Dragon Zone is next. It will be. Does FSK even have access to the Dragon Zone? I have to check that all for their KVKs. HXM, welcome here, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream if you enjoy your time with me here. Akala, can you please tell me if I need to recall or when you're... I'm not watching my March at this statue right now. He will let his alliance fill the rallies and tell them to keep refilling, and he can just sit there being the rally lead. Lol, I got 400k dead just from Bitter End this season. No way, Shy. 400k from Bitter End? That's kind of crazy. I mean, BTX has non-stop fighting against SSG, so they have a lot of fights. Kexi, is that a new language? Syla, Princessu, Koleku, Shaisoju. What is that? The one sitting the rally take the least amount of that because he can reinforce. They're not coming. 10 min till statue. Thank you so much. Hi, Asus. Kex is 100% a noob. Oh, guys. We're just chill streaming here a little bit. I mean, our Zone 3 opens tomorrow. Let's see if Lions push here. FSK already preparing here the defense with the keeps. I'm infantry main, the one blinking take a lot of that's from Bitter End. I feel like if you play a lot of infantry and especially blink tanks and stuff, I would not turn on the Bitter End. But that's up to you, Shai. If you want to go hardcore, I mean, I know BTX saved up a lot of resources over a long time because so they are really ready for resource healing and stuff. But I'm not sure if Lion will push here. I mean, let's have a quick look at. I think BDO is this one, or is that ours? Either we are 34 or they are 34. Okay, we are 34, then they are 35. I just saw on stream earlier that TFS did a pretty good job in pushing back BDO. Yeah, okay, here are some fights going on. But it was just so funny because Guns was streaming, I think, over 10 hours. And he was so funny doing his caps runs and everything. So I was there a little bit. I would not turn on Bitter End for infantry, period. You just ask for that. I honestly start turning it off when I play Infa. Yeah, true. I mean, that is really... makes not so much sense. I mean, what is going on with BDO? I think they have a, what, 3 billion power cap to TFS. So, and TFS is holding here. They are holding both Thunder Rocks. So they either are super struggling right now, or I don't know what the reason is. Infantry mains have to suffer already with low merits. Don't take that. true. I mean, they said they will fix that. I'm looking so much forward. Yeah, Jason Gee is still active here. So I'm super excited if they will fix that at some point with the merits, because I seriously think the infantry merits should be fixed, and they promised it to us that they did it, and I didn't see any difference. You already burn all your info on Bastion. Why take extra? I mean, Kex, I agree. I would never turn on Bitter End when I was playing the tanks. I honestly not used to a lot of people turning it on, so I didn't expect much stats from it. Yeah, Shai, I mean, was it G3 you played before? You made it back to right now the G2? Because I feel like here in the G2 or in the original G1, kind of a lot of people have the Bitter End on. So you have really to decide wisely if you take it or not. If you play all the big alliances, much of the players are just Krakens or high spenders, so they have it always on. The reason is BDO relied heavily on their Krakens because they have a low activity over long fights. I mean, I think Shai can confirm that as well. A lot of, I think Boji and so, weren't that the Kraken players from BDO who went to BTX right before that KVK? So that kind of maybe was for BDO a big loss as well. But still, they have the power advantage, you know, so you should not think that it's kind of like this looking. So surprising me. Now with those Krakens gone, they can't keep up. Yeah, true. But no exemplars are cooked. Everyone plays Bitter End in these KVKs. Dark, I agree. I experienced that. That's why it depends for me if I turn it on or not. It kind of depends, because I prefer also, since I have right now to save my troops for Great Heights, I want to have all my dads kind of in the Bastion. Big for Bastion's reinforcements. That is my first priority. Only if it's a low Bastion or something like that, KVK, then and sometimes in some situations you just turn Bitter End on. Boti, Blink, Woogie, Joker are insanely active Krakens. So they all came to BTX, Shai? They really make huge difference. Woogie, Boti, Joker were the garrison rally leaders, and they have max pads too. Oh, nice! Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a Chiskel video where he said he's kind of like the #1 garrison right now in BDO, but I think he built a really great pad as well, so... So Shai, what is your expectations for the Zone 3s? What is your expectations tomorrow? 12:30 UTC tomorrow, guys. Our Zone 3 opens, and we will see what will happen. I'm a small boy. I cannot do anything. That's not true, Kex. Kex is always so underestimating himself. He won the tournament. He's a super great archer player. He's one of the smartest players. He's a spender. He's just, I mean, it's just when you got in your job a little bit. That kind of limited your time. But you're still one of my favorite players. There is a reason why you're my mod here. And one of my best friends in game. Hello, Ryuchi, do I say it correct? Welcome to the stream. My expectation, we will win, but how far can we push? I really can't tell until I face RAC. I mean, in our KVK, I think it's like RAC and RFF kind of stuck at a choke point at Aspire in the Zone 2, and they have a no Bastion agreement, so either way, it is super hard to come through that chokes with Spires if you agree to no Bastion using. So, and that kind of if you look at this, they are both. I think they both took not a lot of deaths, only from Bitter End probably. So RAC and RFF is probably able to take some dads in the future zones. Shy will win so hard that he gets to play Repo during the downtime. Just kidding. Is BTX playing Repo as well? We have a big Repo players here in EIS as well. SSG builder is crazy good too. If RAC have good builder too, then it will be long fights. 1 mil till statue ends. Thank you so much, Venue. But look at the number. I mean, I watched it. I don't know. I have not been the whole time here, and I only watched a little bit earlier in Gunstream and here right now. But I feel like BDO, maybe they had some numbers when they really started a push. Here's the R5 of BDO. And it looks for me like when I look at this here repairing, then TFS was pushing back right here. So that's how we survived Long Home Kingdom, Repo, and League. Yeah, we have here Repo, League, then they play Warzone, then they play Rust, then we play Among Us, and Lockdown Protocol. That is kind of our games we play here during the downtimes. I only joined the Among Us stuff, the party games, which are maybe Repo. They said to me it is too scary for me, so I maybe cannot play that. I mean, I don't want to be super scared when in front of my screen any ghost comes up or something like this. I don't know if I want to play that in the middle of the night. I feel like the minute should be over. Let me check that real quick. Statue is done. Okay, let's go. Yeah, GG RFF. It was definitely some good fights over here. So what is our situation? Right here on our KVK, we will have Princess play Plasmaphobia instead. What is that one? Is that not Repo? I'm sometimes not. I thought Repo is that. I sometimes get them mixed up. When you're true Princess playing Madison. What is Madison, guys? If it's a cool game, I'm totally down to try more games. Since I have my PC, I can play more. So we have the situation right here that we have BTX and SSG kind of in a two choke point situation. We have the situation over here that RAC and RFF are kind of in a choke situation in zone 2 as well. But the difference is they have no bastion agreement over here. So the typical zone 3, when the pass 3 opens, what could happen is that our zone 3 is we share with RFF. RAC shares their zone 3 with BTX, and SSG share the zone 3 with Echo, but kind of like building wise, you see. I'm not sure if they going into the zone 3 or not. We need to see how that all plays out tomorrow. Who enter the zones, who not, what is going on, and then we will just see it. When you camping, we would never leave Princess astray. What does astray mean? I need Google Translate soon. What is Madison, guys? Now you have to explain me that game. Mana gathering is a curse. When you're all chilling together at the statue. But it needs to be done in the meantime. Look, you don't send when you already see a line. I hope I didn't do that here. Oh, here is a line. Here I didn't see it. Wait. We sent this somewhere else. Is this free? Because sometimes you walk so long and then someone is taking it away from you. That is really, really annoying. But you saw sometimes it doesn't really not show the lines, or I was distracted because I was streaming. Okay, one more full mana mine. All right, and we are done. Let's look at Lion FSK. Princess Medicine is one of the best horror games made. Oh my god. Guys, should I tell you a story? Really happened. Really happened when I was one time in a... So, wait, let me check where is the pass. Where are they fighting? Where is that pass? We already lost the marker, I think, from the pass. I think it was it here? Yeah. Here's nothing going on right now. So Lion FSK people, if you're in here and you know anything is going on, let me know. But then we watch in the meantime. We watch the BDO fight a little bit again, and then I tell you a true story. A true story about my experience with horror stuff. So let's fight some fighting here, and then we can watch that a little bit. Oh, TFS is really pushing that, right? So, did anyone of you ever been in the Universal Film Studios in Los Angeles? So, in the Universal Film Studios, or is it called like this? I think it's called like this. So I was visiting Los Angeles and I was in that Universal stuff, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do over there. And there is also a thing called House of Horrors. And when I'm on vacation, then I always want to try out everything, you know? I don't want to say, I'm one time here and then I want to try to, because you never know if you come there again. It is not like that you just visit Los Angeles here from Germany with a 1-hour flight. So it is a big vacation you make. So I was there visiting the House of Horrors. And so there was the House of Horrors in that. And I know that I do not like when... It is okay when you drive somewhere through, kind of like that. In Germany, it's called Geisterbahn. I have no idea how that is called in English. So kind of when you are on a big, so where you drive with that little stuff through, and there is some scary stuff around, that is totally fine for me. But the point where it comes to, for me, where it gets super scary is when you have to walk through and there are real people in it. It's not like there is something like there are real people dressed up like horror people. Because that is kind of, you cannot, when it's just a thing from plastic which comes in and out or something like this, or just scare you a little bit, then it's one thing. But if there are real people and they are dressed up and they are kind of coming from the back and touching you and everything. So I was, okay, but I was there. It was a one-time experience in Los Angeles. I thought, okay, I have to visit the House of Horrors. And so I was in there walking through, and then they kind of had so many people in there, real people who were dressed up like scary stuff, Frankenstein. I have no idea how you call that in English as well. All that scary people. And it ended up that I was so scared that I was running through. I tell you, I was running through that house of horrors till the end. And at the end, there were one person, and how do you say that in English? Oh, I need to learn better English. I cannot even bring up a story. Good. Let me Google that real quick. I need Google today. Yeah, so at the end, I kind of pushed away that person from me because I was so scared. And I promised myself in my whole life, I will never enter something with horror stuff where in real life people are in there. I was so scared. And I do not know, when I was a little bit, I think 5 years back or so, I enjoyed totally to watch some horror movies or like that. But in the meantime, I don't watch them anymore either. I don't want scary stuff. Look at this, TFS is going for their tower now. So Shai is saying SSG is skipping Echo for sure. I mean, they used 100 billion so far this Zone 2. You mean 100 billion mana? How do you like your new PC? I think I never asked, Kex. So I like totally my new PC. It is a total other gameplay. It is a total other stream play. For fighting, I still prefer play on the iPad. But for streaming, it makes my life so much easier. Having a PC, having everything I can check on 2 monitors, it is so much easier for me now. I do not miss the time streaming with a little MacBook and a little iPad. That was just not working well. 100 billion mana they spent. How much mana did BTX spend? I didn't look at the newer stats. I had only the stats that Dark sent me one time. I think that was till our Zone 2 ended. I think it was the first 1.5 days or something like this. I mean, I can check real quick if I have the stats from there. I should, because I think Dark sent me the stats one time from that Zone 2. So that was, keep in mind, that is not a total Zone 2 war. That was till our fighting ended at 1.5 days. And there we were on mana used here. They were already at 45 and 43. BTX numbers they keep posting is way off from our numbers. Yesterday, BTX and SSG were both at 84 and 85 billion spent. Okay, interesting. Does anyone mind sending me the new stats here? Shai, do you mind sending me the stats here for on the stream, or you don't want to share it yet? It is totally up to you. But it would be cool have some new stats. But I mean, if a scan is 15 billion difference, that's a lot, kind of, right? So there's something really... 15 billion is a lot. I mean, it was super intense, the fight BTX and SSG after the first statue. So in the last 1.5 days, there was a lot of fighting. Thank you, Shai. And if you share it, I would prefer if you share it in-game. I would totally appreciate it. It's easier for me to show. Okay, BDO is now coming out here a little bit. So is BDO not Europe? Should they not be in their total uptime right now? RFF used a lot of resources. I mean, that I saw in that statistics as well. But you have also to see they have a lot of more members. So you have also always break it down to the number of members. If on our map is anything going on, SSG or BTX, can tell me as well. But I think everyone's chilling. WT focus, to be expected, lower power accounts need to resources. You mean resource heal probably, right? That is the thing. If you have a lot of low power accounts, the only way to still fight is resource heal. Burma saying members of BDO have pass opening in Rock. Okay, now I understand. So probably Chisgul and Co have pass opening there. So are all BDO members still playing Rise of Kingdoms? Ah, okay. I mean, that makes sense because I was really wondering because I think normally BDO is on that time zone really good numbers wise. Ah, correct. Okay, but I didn't. You see, that is all the infos that it's why always good. That is what I like on streaming. I get a lot of infos I wouldn't know. But it's hard if you play 2 games and you are in both tricky situations and you have to handle them the same time. Not sure how many, but Chiz is streaming. Okay, understandable. I can't imagine playing both war games. You gotta abandon your team on one game for another. I mean, if the majority of BDO is playing in Rock together as well, and that is what I kind of expect, right? So then all can agree to that, and they just know, okay, now we focus this, now we focus this. So if we would have a second EIS in Rock, but honestly, to manage that, it is even about spending. Where do you want to go and do your spending? Where do you focus on? I mean, playing both games, that must be super expensive. You can manage, it's your full-time job. I agree. I agree. But I mean, for sure, TFS is now making advantage if they even know that right now. So they know, okay, it's push time for us. I don't think it's majority. Is Demon King right now, right? Probably. No, Das is still here on 5. Oh, that is just, where is his king crown? But I mean, for TFS, I mean, they kind of achieved everything in that zone. They have the 2 rocks. The only goal for them could be getting to that pass 5. And I think, let me look at this. BDO is entering zone 3 over here. And who they are again? Oh, and they are, okay, interesting. But isn't Luno, that is Luno probably, right? But Luno and BDO is kind of allied. So this zone 3 will be a non-fighting area. So, and TFS has the zone 3 with WB, and they are allied as well. So it will still be continued in the zone 2s. How are my friends from WB doing? I miss them. They were one of the best enemies ever. Okay, they zone locked. Who's here? SR57. So this is probably the other ally of Luno and BDO. Yes, and ROG is with TFS and WB, right? I think it's around 3-4 players in BDO leadership that still play Rock. Okay. So, but that means in that zone 3 is not much going on because they are allies, and in that zone 3 is not much going on either. But it looks like WB zone locked them. Where is the WB, guys? Elega, yeah, here. R5 Elega. I miss them really. Brumble, Bats, everyone here. Oh, I miss them. The power is good here. These guys are fighters. WB are fighters. Do we have some fight? Oh, Luno or is there some real fight? No, they are zone locked as well. So Luno kind of zone locked ROG there. But that means the only zone 3 where enemies enter is here S57 against ROG. So that is probably the only zone 3 fighting here. And the rest will just have fun here in zone 2. I mean, when you imagine they fight since over, what, 11, 12 hours in the meantime? Dang, Elega gained 230 million power since last season. Yeah, I was wondering as well. WB I would fight anytime again. That was such much fun with them. I can't wait to sleep in tomorrow and do nothing all day. Here's our... We fight since 7 AM Europe time. Slick saying, okay. I mean, I can't expect... I just saw Gun stream. He was super tired. He fighted the whole night. He was sending out his calf and doing some funny stuff. How are you doing that at stamina-wise? Even with the vitality boost, right? You come to a point where it gets really critical. So, did you woke up 7 AM, Slick? Europe time? So was it BDO was pushing and did a surprise push? Or was it that TFS was the pusher? I sent you our data, by the way, in games. Thank you so much. Let's have a look at this. Thank you, Shai. In-game? To which princess you send it? Don't say you send it on Discord. Oh, let me check. No, you... Am I blind? I don't have a DM from you, Shai. Maybe it's still loading. Did you send it with the Arise account or which one? I don't have a DM yet. Maybe it's so high numbers it is not doing. BDO did the push. Okay, Slick, thank you. I mean, I kind of expected it from the title from Gunstream that BDO is invading. But if they have such a big pass opening in Rise of Kingdoms and so many people are there, is that the right timing to plan a push like this? Luckily, I woke up in time to get all the PvP. And I mean, we have do you have holiday day tomorrow as well? The South in Germany has it. So you can sleep in tomorrow, you know? Was probably worth it. Okay, let me check again. Maybe it took a little bit loading time. Ah, now I got it. Ah, yo, hi. So I got you, but I see I see no data. Let's retry. I'm pretty sure I sent it. Check it, Shai. There is no data. Check it. There is no data. There is. Let me put some more emotes. No. Do you see it? I mean, that is not really really a private chat. I think I can show this one. Then you can see how I see it. There is no no data. Check Discord. Okay, okay, now I have. It's super weird. Okay. I don't see it. You see it here, right? Okay, send me the data on Discord. I have a solution for that. Yes, I got free tomorrow as well. South of Germany is the best. Hell yeah! I think the south in Germany has the most holiday days. Just another reason why the south is the best. Can you send just data here? TFS is going again. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that is basically when they have no zone 3 fights, why not? You know, you go all in zone 2. Hola, princess. ¿Sabes español? No hablo español. Muchas gracias. Hey, Dave. I'm sorry, my Spanish, I had 1 year Spanish in school and it's totally gone. Done, send on Discord, okay. So now I need when you're a murder. Send in report group, please. So when you're a murder, if you are on my stream, please can you send me that picture in the report group? I would appreciate it. Oh wait, the door is ringing. Maybe there's some Amazon coming. I'm back in a minute. I'm back. Thank you, Venue. So now let's check. All right, I don't see it in the reports group as well. It's kind of weird. I don't see it. So maybe it's kind of the data is just too big, but let me check something if I can put it in here. Okay. I do not know how I can show this, but I can try something. I have no... Can I just drag it over? No, I cannot drag it here. It is not sending for me. For any reason, it is not sending for me. I don't know why. Is there anything bad on it? Or is just my game bugged? I don't know. I do not know what is happening. I just cannot see the DMs. So it's censoring it, but what is censored? Is there anything, maybe RSS spend or something like this? I mean, Murder can check the report group as well and see if it worked, and if not, I don't know what is going on. Here's troops healed, troops killed, merits gained. I mean, there's nothing mana spent. I do not see what is wrong about it, so... But game is 100% good to censoring it. So now we go into something else, and I have no idea if that works, but we will try it out. Maybe the whole playlist is messed up, but it is what it is then. Okay, that is looking good. Here we have it. I figured it out. And we still have the playlist, right? So that is working. All right. So let's look at this now. This is from last night reset, you said, Shai, right? That is the... That is from last night reset. I mean, total mana spent on our KVK is 375 billion mana. That is crazy. Already a billion T1 kills. I mean, everyone is kind of getting the free elixir here. Here you see a little bit T5 and T4 kill. That's interesting as well. We are close to 100 million dead troops in our KVK here. '60s Echo. I think 363 is SSG, and the 99 should be BTX, right? That is EIS, and here RAC and RFF. I mean, you see really here they fight at no bastions, so all their dead troops they have is from Bitter End. Oh, you see also here, that is super interesting as well. We have RAC, which is 266, and 283 is RFF. And here you see RAC killed, yeah, almost a billion T4. There you see that RFF still has the most T4 players in the game. But farming RFF. Slick, even if you take back that laugh to Venue, it is still on the chat box on stream. You know that, right? Okay, interesting. I mean, in the meantime, the merits gained, I can only tell for our part, it is, I mean, we had some statue fights now as well. I don't know who merit traded, so in my opinion, I don't give much about overall merits in a season. I really like, I only watch our trackings from starting the zone when you fight till the fight ends, because that are the pure fighting merits and not all the merit trading. Hi Majastic, welcome here. But I mean, I would be kind of like to see how we are maybe compared to the Luno, BDO, TFS, WB, ROG, S67 or something. Oh, I might say said it wrong. How we look compared to other KVKs with that stats, because I feel like that is still super high numbers. I mean, close to 100 million deaths group, but I think it is still not so bad. We have to see how that KVKs go. I don't remember our last KVKs, but I feel like when I think back on the KVK we had versus Echo, RAC, and GG, oh my god, the dead troops, that KVK were kind of going insane. Echo merit traded yesterday. I mean, they kind of have to, you know. I mean, I feel like we had a big discussion here if we going to merit trade to get the daily stores empty. In my opinion, I didn't do it because I just did the battle abbas, and you have 3 times doing the battle abbas, and in my opinion, it is not needed to merit trading right now. But I know a lot of people do it. I think it is a personal thing. I do understand when you are super busy and you can't do the battle abbas. But I feel like trading that merits, it feels so bad. I don't even like StatU fights so much because it's only 1 March. Yeah, I like getting my merits from fighting. I mean, if you have to reach some goals or to get something, or you have to stock up the elixir, I totally understand for that. But just for getting merits for nothing, that is kind of. I just don't like merit trading. I think I only did it in the last 2 seasons, or in the last 3 or 4 seasons. The only time I did merit trading was when we got the Timeless Treasury store. That was the only time, because I had to stock up the merits to activate the shop and stock up the elixir. RAC and RFF merit is even after all that many T4 kills. But you see here, so SSG kinda has the most merits over the season, but that includes probably, does that stats include the beginning as well, when everyone was merit trading maybe? Because we had merit trading here in the beginning of the season, some did it. One might say is all you need. I'm too lazy for merit trading. It's just, I don't know why to do that, you know? But I feel like when I look back at numbers, when I compare that to the stats we had, I mean, that is probably pretty easy to tell. Let me check real quick. But that is kind of wild, because when you compare these stats, you know, this is the stats right now. And the Battle Abbas merits doesn't go for it, so I'm just wondering, because let's go back to the live stream real quick. This was the stats after we pulled when we were stopped fighting Echo and they were at 481 million merits. Or did they maybe trade before in Zone 1 so much? Because I'm wondering how they are right now at 600 million merits. That is 120 million merits coming from I don't know where. Honestly, don't think the stats are accurate 100%. There's still some bugs. Probably you're right. You are probably very right. I mean, especially when you say that the stats that EIS and BTX pulls is so different, that is still, yeah, there I'm still asking myself, how is that possible? You know, I mean that it is maybe 10k here or 10k here, but they are overall so much different that is kind of shocking me. So we are looking here, Lion and FSK. There is still some, I think, FSK is kind of preparing here your defense. King Kyle here, making sure to hold here. I mean, I expect they kind of want to go into the Dragon Zone via that pass here and kind of want to not Lions to come here and cross them. That will be then a good fight in Dragon Zone as well if they both made it, but they have not built yet to the pass 7. Happy birthday, Princess Tisha. I'm so blessed. Since I joined the IS, it's my birthday every day. Isn't that a dream of everyone? I honestly don't think the stats are accurate 100%. Echo had some mock war though yesterday. Oh, they had a mock war? Okay. Merit stats is accurate though. Kills and heals too. And that, of course. So you mean the only difference is in the mana spend and in the T1, T2, T3, T4 kills? Oh, we have your statue as well. Oh, we have your statue as well. We have NF57. Oh, so RA 50. So that is NF57. Okay. I was not so sure because I thought NF57 still stayed in G1. Maybe I didn't just know that they skipped as well. Weren't they forced to skip? I think NF57 wanted to play G2, but they G1, but they were forced to skip because it couldn't be find a matchup for them, I think. Approaching birthday, Princess birthday, it's like a holiday. So, against who is NF57 ROG? So okay, I didn't know that. So NF57 and ROG are meeting here in the Zone 3 as well. Do we have some other statues here going on? Here's BDO. Okay, they are kinda... And probably that statue is not fighting statue as well because it's WB and TFS. Yeah, okay, so that is an agreed statue. That is what I mean with all that statue fights. It is just super boring. They need to bring back that island and everyone goes there, and that is the only statue. That is the only thing that makes fun. Statues like this does not make fun. But I mean, ROG, are they not do want to go for the oh, here's my buddy Firebird. Is that Firebird from the German group who played with us earlier in HP? So what I do not understand is, I mean, that statue is kind of becoming a little bit... If you have nothing else to do in ROG, kind of... I think they didn't fight Lunos in a long time. The stamina buff is nice to have to go into Zone 3, right? Unless ROG is not going into Zone 3. They got 4 skip? Okay, okay, that is why NF57 is here. Now I remember it. Here's Honey Badger. I know him as well. I mean, NF57 we played 3 seasons ago or something like that. Numbers-wise, they were always good. But they were they had at that time a lot of T4s as well, when I remember correct. Only Max Ace here, only see Max Ace here. So here's really not much going on either. I think that is the only war which is still going on here. It is really like TFS versus BDO. Okay, they got rid of that tower. That's pretty much it. I thought it's a little bit more on the FSK line side earlier. But we need to see. Is EIS dead, Jay? Probably. I don't know. We will see. I mean, the question is, were we ever alive? My 5th season EIS, and we get called dead every season. So here's not much going on either, except of some resource. Is YSS playing in the Dragon Zone? I think here in that KVK they are an hour after us for the Zone 3. Let's check what is going on here. Is there already a timer on our pass? 18 hours, 40 minutes. Our pass is opening here. And then we will see. Here's RFF and RRC. They're doing their daily fights a little bit here and there. But you see RFF is holding the Spire area. Also holding their Thunder Rock. They also hold their Thunder Rock here. And they are holding also the second choke here with the Spire. They're basically holding both spires, so I don't know if RAC really pushed for that spire, but they are holding it. I don't know what they do here, but they don't look like big numbers or like anything organized. I'm sorry guys, I thought we can see a little bit. I started streaming when our statue fight is over and now there is nothing going on as well. They fight daily at Spire at least 2-3 times. Yeah, but they fight daily at Spire, I know, but that is for me, is that kind of that they are pushing each other, or are they for me that looks like a kind of merit trading, you know? We send 10 marches, you send 10 marches, and we just trade a little bit and then it's done. Or a push is for me if you get her up, if you make a strategy, how you take the Spire or how you take the towers over here. So I think it's more a little bit like some people locked in, needing some merits, and then they just meet there. RFF is probably just won't block REC from their gate 5. Yeah, I kind of think so. Because this is, I mean, sending 10 marches against other 10 marches, that is not really a push. That is more like, you fight a little bit, yeah? Is the Spire even turned off? Oh my god, that the Spire is even off. Look at this. They said, okay, let's do it 10 versus 10 and turn off the Spire. Okay, this is on. So well. It's also very late in Asian at the moment. Both are Asian. I think aren't both even. I think both are Chinese, right? Both are mostly Chinese players. So it's probably late, and they said, okay, the 10 players who are online, let's just fight a little bit. For Vietnam, is it 7 hours from Europe? Oh, so that means middle of the night, right? Or you mean +7 from UTC? Probably you mean UTC. RFF is Viet and RAC China is Chinese based. Okay, okay. Ah, okay, now I get why the Spire is turned off. They are kind of trying to take it with another alliance. Okay, then. Now I was like, are they really just fighting each other? So they probably want to take over the Spire with HXV. And RAC says no. I mean, normally now RAC should make a ping until that Spire is turned off. And just go for it. They are probably adjusting a little bit their shells. +7 UTCs, okay. So it's... So it's 1:30 a.m. in Vietnam. For that, the numbers are not bad. Somehow, because I feel like the Asian alliances, they go rather earlier to sleep, but they wake up very early in the morning. But I played in another game. I played against the Vietnamese alliance, and they only needed 4 or 5 hours sleep. They were really disciplined with sleep. They just didn't need much. Oh, now they are pushing them back. But I mean, this Spire is because it's on the other side of the choke point. And they have the no bastion agreement, so it is really hard to take over that Spire because you have directly to go for another tower and place one, and without bastions, that will probably stay exactly like this. And I think SSG, BTX. Is here still some fighting going? Ah, that is probably just the AFK kills. But here's not going much on either. Everyone is chilling here. Looking forward to Zone 3. And see how it goes. Let's see if RFF enters Zone 3 or not. So if you guys know any fight going on, there is a lot of fighting going on still on that right now, you can tell me. We can have a little bit of a look over there. I need to click my policies. I'm so lazy on that. Since we have no fights, I mean, the only one which is really important for me is the only one I need to up level is the garrison one in case I take a rally or something like that, but that's pretty much it. The rest is maxed. This one you can max till the end of the season. Everything else is really maxed. The things I need. I mean, this one you can get a little bit more merits when in the army group, but I feel like, yeah, that doesn't make so much difference. Maybe a reminder for you all, guys. All these events are running out in 5 hours. So if you have still something to do over here and to get all your stuff, make sure that you don't forget to grab it over here. I think Paramount Championship starts tonight as well. This is something I really do not care. First, because I could anyway never compete there, because you need multiple good tanks. But this is here our divisions. I know some players really like the Paramount Championship. When we meet in the zone, I will swarm you with 5 legions if you want, of course, Princess, for the content. What? You want to swarm me with 5 legions? But I need to be fully healed. No, then everyone will come and swarm me. Honestly, I would be down to try it. I need to calculate that. My problem is, since I'm saving for that great heights, it is really, I don't want to go into not needed dead troops. I want to give my dead troops to the Bastions and give an impact to my alliance with it. I don't mind, you can be fully healed, okay. Which 5 marches would you choose? And then everyone would probably teleport stuff on you and swarm me as well, right? You would probably use a Gorish Skogul or a tank and then 4 caps, or what would you use? Shai's really, he's not caring about troops. He's already, and what are you already, 400k dead troops or something like that? 1 Infa, 1 Archer, 3 Calves. Interesting. I mean, I have not the best garrison, so you maybe would be okay-ish with the trades. But it is not like, I mean, for sure, the Swarm I would trade positive even with fully healed. More Prudential, Max Zeta, 3 caps. The thing is, for me, it is normally I would say let's go for it, but since I'm really not pushing till Great Heights, and that is in September, I seriously need my troops to fight. So my dead troops goes all in the Bastions. Maybe if we meet again, Shai. If we meet again, that will probably after the next Great Heights, then it's not, but then I may be stronger and you say no thanks anymore. I will get cooked on Metagar's. It's 112 million power, right? I mean, we can look, let's make an agreement, Shai. So let's see how the season goes with Garrison and everything, and if there is not so much Bastion fights or whatever at the end of the season, we can go for. I mean, I would kind of like to see how I deal fully healed on. We're probably meeting a lot anyway. Probably yes. I mean, honestly, in G1, everyone kind of wanted to. Everyone wanted to come to G2. Okay, now they are taking their Spire here away. In G2, everyone wanted to. In G1, everyone wanted to come to G2 to have new opponents, and basically, we are still fighting the same people, right? I mean, RFF they came, I think, earlier to G1, so they were there. Echo was G1. SSG came to G1 earlier, so they were there already. So BTX planned to come to G1, and RAC was G1. So basically, we are facing G1 servers again. Guagbao, merits are scaled. T4 hitting, T5s get the same amount of merits as T5 hitting. T4 even though T4 gets more saps. I tried with my farm one time. Farm got smoked, but got more merits than my T5 Legion. That is interesting. Did they adjust that? So a T4 player gets more merits from a T5 player, you're saying, right? Or the same amount of merits like a T5, okay. The problem was, I can remember that because in my first season in EIS, I was fighting Noir. And I had only 700k T5 Vestals. The rest was all T4. So I had to play T4. There was no other way around. So, because I just had not enough troops. So the big problem with the T4 for me was, I mean, merits-wise, I think it was a little bit less than the T5 merits Marches made, but that is 5 seasons ago. But the big problem what people don't see is the T4 players anyway have a disadvantage because they are kind of weaker. They have anyway less troops and are weaker and stuff, but the Seth wounded you get as a T4 against T5 is just incredible. So you get so high Seth wounded, your hospital gets filled over and over again, and for sure T4 is easier in healing and cheaper in resource healing, but still it was, I feel like in KVKs like that for the T4 players, that is rough. That is really rough times. So they kind of need to keep up with the resource healing. When we looked at that stats earlier, do we still have it here? When we look at these stats, you know, you have to understand that, I mean, when we look here, merits gained, they have the same merits like RAC, but that is probably what you are kind of here explaining, that they are, the T4 hitting get the same merits. But the amount of mana spent, like, and I think even in our stats it was kind of equal, that they spent a lot of mana to resource heal here in RFF, much more than RAC did. Crazy. We will see how Zone 3 looks in the stats. And how the fights will be. And how that, and what all surprises this KVK brings with it, you know? There's seriously not much more. Will it be at least some suspension or some exciting fights? We will see. RAC got more veils. They can go down 100 million power and still have more power than RFF members full healed. That is kind of the fact. They have a lot of more players in RFF. Yeah, facts. But I mean, I don't know how they kind of got that agreement, but they agreed here to a no Bastion fight, and I think that is what kind of let RFF in the position that they can just hold a Spire, right? But that they are kind of the same amount of merits is surprising me. Even if they have more members, they have a lot of more T4 members. So that is kind of surprising me. I mean, looking at this, look at this close merits. But that can maybe be the explanation. They said that a T4 get the same amount of merits than a T5, just more Seth wounded, and that kind of come here for the mana, spend their seal. They healed 30-40% more than REC in resource healing. Oh no, here's the troops healed. 900k more they healed. Yeah, nearly a billion more troops healed. RFF gonna cook EIS, stay too strong. I mean, what you can say about RFF is they are showing up and they are going for their fights. I do not know if they will enter Zone 3, how their plans are. We will see it. But numbers they have. I mean, everyone was saying RFF is wrong in that KVK, and I think it is kind of right. But on the other hand, what they show here on activity, I would still say power-wise and stuff like that, they are probably would have been better in another KVK. But the activity they have for their future is looking good. Oh, let's see if they can. They are just. Funny part is they are really just taking over with this shell, the Spire. That's why the Spire was turned off. And RAC says, why should we let them do that just like nothing? These are, I wonder if I will be the first one get rallied in Zone 3 as well. DSR, you get always rallied. I think last season DSR got rallied from WB, got rallied from TFS, got rallied from, I think this too. Echo you skipped, DSR, you skipped getting rallied from Echo. WT Focus saying RFF probably skips Zone 3. Could be the case. I don't know if they can hold Bastion fight though. I mean, Bastion fight is another level. When you have to go and... It is one thing bringing the people on the field and everything, but getting a lot of that... It also depends how their garrison are. We don't know yet. I mean, they agreed here for no Bastions, so it's kind of... Echo rallied you too? They did, user? Oh, maybe I already forgot. So Echo rallied you, so RFF is next. For all those saying RFF doesn't count as a team, they are 50-50 with RAC so far. That's proven fails. I mean, if you look at the zone, and that I have to agree with Dark here. If you look at this, I think RAC has a power gap, right, on RFF. Or at least they have definitely more high power players. And we had a long discussion about who wins a zone, when is it even, and we said about, okay, the behemoths are kind of the goals, and for sure they made it a little bit more to their Spire, but RAC didn't push through the Spire. That is also a fact. RFF hold that. And that is, I think, they did a pretty good job over here. And they agreed both to no Bastions, so you can't blame each other for something or so. They both agreed they don't want to fight with Bastions, so both knew what they will go into, you know? I think it was Kirito rallied you. True, I think I remember it. I think I remember that. Did you get cooked, Dizar? RAC gonna use Bastions if RFF skips Zone 3, so won't be likely RFF can do anything in Zone 2. Let's me set up a very, very nice defense in Zone 3. Oh, so so the Bastion agreement is only for Zone 2, and after Zone 3 opens, they can place Bastions. Okay. I'm not so informed about any agreements here and there. I just go with what the orders is in our Discord. I check our announcement, and that is what is there, is what I'm doing. I gave up on looking what Diplo stuff and stuff like this. It is really, I always get cooked. Oh. I hope your Moonbear is finally the talent 3-star soon. Then you get maybe cooked a little bit less. Will they get that Spire takeover, I think? That is really... Let me check that real quick. I cannot even click the Spire. Here. It depends if RAC let take them over. But everyone is kind of now adjusting their shells, right? I mean, if RFF not entering Zone 3 via here, and they just rely on the Pass 5 and on when Echo can enter via Pass 5, then I don't know if that's the way to go, because if RAC can push them through with Bastions, they maybe get locked here into Zone 1 as well. And then they are so locked, I don't know if that is the smart play. So they rather can take, if they go out, they can at least fight a little bit, maybe trying hold Hydra, maybe going for the Necro. I mean, everything is possible, it depends, but they have their own strats with their team and they make their own decisions, and that is totally legit, you know? They have to decide what they do at the end. Oh my god, I always get cooked, just not Scylla cooked. Oh my god, Scylla. Oh. Scylla got 0 this season. I came online when it was done. SSG have crazy Moonbear, to be honest. I think we have with Bebek, Humble, and DSR, we have super crazy Moonbears as well. The boys just gambled sometimes a little bit too much. That's why they don't have a 3-star talent yet. Twinker, twinker, DSR. RAC can't be both sides unless RAC leaves Zone 3. Shy, yeah, so last this video, and this one guy has an insane one. Which one is it in SSG who has the insane Moonbear? I mean, SSG is impressing me a lot. SSG is a fighting alliance. I mean, they have how many billion less power than BTX and are still fighting here? I mean, they are holding that area here. They even pushed yesterday BTX and BTX pushed it back. But I think the power gap between SSG and BTX is... I don't remember correctly, but it is definitely a few billions. So that is kind of crazy. So they have a really efficient way to play. Look at this beautiful butterfly sitting all over here. I lost 2 1-star today with a 2-star talent next to it. This game hates me. Oh no, I'm sorry. The power don't mean much when Bastions control a choke. I mean, we had that last season, you know. When I can really talk about the last 2 seasons. But I had Bastion fights. I mean, it is what it is, Mr. Bastions. And that is why I really hope the adjustments we need is not that you cannot just teleport around the Bastions. The adjustments we need is that they limit the amount of Bastions per kingdom. 1 or 2, in my opinion. And maybe additional, you need not to burn it 5 times. It should be, maybe give 2 or 3 bastions per kingdom, or 2 bastions. And let it, and after 2 times burned, it's away. Because I think 12 hours is a very short cooldown. When at the beginning, the cooldown was longer for bastions, and then they reduce it. And I feel now, it should be a building used for defense or used for push, but it should not overpower everything. This one at the Bastion has a crazy Moonbear. So this one or this one or this one? They are all 3 different. There are 3 different. Which one has the crazy Moonbear? All they need is field bastions, don't even need to hold field. But the one with the martial tile, you said this one has a crazy moon bear. I mean, look at his stats. He's refilling that one as well. But I just kind of like it. All that with the butterflies, that looks kind of cool. So are they getting here their spire done to take for the other alliance? Let's see. But I think RSC kind of sleeping here as well. Now let bastions one burn and gone. I think 2 times could be fine. That you can maybe let it burn 1 time. I think I would be fine with 2-1. It's supposed to be an offensive building. DSRs as agreed. And just limited per kingdom. I mean, it should not be... I'm getting tired of leveling up any shells for more bastions, and that is the way to go, you know? This is a good song. Which one is this? I just made a little playlist. I will work more on my playlist, I promise. But this one, you can only use copyright-free music, so it's not so easy. Congratulations, Stark, to the king. So here is really nothing going on anymore either. Okay, we checked one last time the KVKs. If there is nothing going on, there's... I thought we can look at some fighting, but there is really... But that doesn't look to me like a serious push from Lion here as well. You need a way higher numbers if you want to go here for a tower. Freyga? Is that... Freyga Kinera rally, interesting. That keep your print merits. I don't even know when we used the last time really a keep. I feel like with the bastions, the keep, they are okay-ish, but they are not so powerful anymore like they used to be. Okay, and then let's look one more time. Kind of feel like that was all from earlier when they were refilling the pass over here. But here it looks like the same, that TFS kinda... Yeah, they built their stuff, but they're not pushing anymore either. But that is the reason why every KVK kinda looks the same. You have at every choke bastions, and that is kinda what make it nearly impossible to make some changes when there are chokes. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream over here. I will definitely keep you updated. Our Zone 3 is opening tomorrow. I will probably be live streaming no matter how it goes. We will see. The last one who didn't recall from the statue. I will keep you updated. All I can say is EAS is ready entering a zone, entering the Zone 3, and everything else on that KVK. I think it is super interesting. Who will show up where, who will fight where. So we will keep that in mind. All we can say is RFF is adjusting here something with Aspire, with shells and stuff like this. So we have to see if the Bastion agreement really is over here in that zone, because in my opinion that makes a big difference, fighting a zone with a Bastion or without a Bastion. And then we will see how it goes tomorrow, 12:30 UTC, guys. Get ready. I will definitely be here and streaming. If I do it directly at the beginning or a little bit later, kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes I want at the beginning a little bit chilling. But we will see how it goes, and then I will keep you updated. So thank you for joining the stream. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, then you get directly an info when I start a stream over here. Drop a like, and yeah, see you soon. Have all a beautiful day, evening, morning, night, whatever it is for you. See you soon again. Happy gaming and much love. Your princess.